see how to do it. So yesterday there were no questions, so I assume that everybody has understood. When there are no questions, it means it is understood.
नमो बोल रही है.
Namo Buddhaya. How are you?
I can hear you.
How are you? I said how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
No worries. All right, good. So you want to join?
No, I won't be able to because I have a meeting now.
Okay, all right. Take care. Take care then. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya. Okay, so I will put everybody mute. Okay, so what we need to do is in this for wisdom, what you need to do for getting wisdom is that he says, Sariputta says that you need to do three things. The first thing is that you should develop abhinyata, that is to see things as they are, not as they are packaged. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing is parinyata, that we already looked into on parinyata when we looked at Parinya-sutta. So we have to practice as per Parinya-sutta. So in the Parinya-sutta, it was very clear what we need to do. One is that we need to look at Parinya or Parinyata in 5 aggregates: Rupa Khanda, Vedana Khanda, Sanya Khanda, Sankhara Khanda, Vijnana Khanda. So what we need to know is like this. When I say I exist, it's a feeling. So Vilas or Suyog or Kalpana or Preeti or Swati or any name is a feeling based upon the Rupa. But if you've seen, the Rupa is changing but the name remains same. So Kalpana's daughter is Tejasvi and she is going to keep on saying to her, you are Tejasvi, Tejasvi, Tejasvi. So she remembers that her name is Tejasvi, even though body has not remained the same. Okay. So then the feeling comes that I am Tejasvi, I am Suyog, or I am Vilas, like that. Then the perception, Sanya, says that you are that person. Then we have Sankhara, that is Mano, that is not Mano Sanchetana, it is Sanchetana. So we create something out of will using the 5 or 6 objects. So the Rupa Sanchetana, Shabda Sanchetana, Rasa Sanchetana, Pottabha Sanchetana, and Pottabha Sanchetana, then Gandha Sanchetana and Dhamma Sanchetana. These are the 6 Sanchetana. What it means is that
Pottabha means the
sparsha.
Yes.
So these are the 6 Sanchetana. What happens in Sanchetana is the consciousness, Vijnana, would like to take that object and show that this is what you wanted. So that is how I feel that object. So that is what the Sanchetana or the Sankhara is. And with this 6 Sanchetana comes 3 Sankharas, which is Mano Sankhara, Vachi Sankhara and Kaya Sankhara. With those 3 Sankharas, we do another 3 Sankharas called as Punyabhi Sankhara, Apunyabhi Sankhara, Anenjabhi Sankhara. Okay, what it really means is when I see a temple, immediately the hand goes like this. So when we say to somebody namaste, so automatically it goes towards our heart and we say namaste. Then we go to that like this class, we say namo buddhaya. So it is sanchetana of what? Of speech. And that has come in the mind. So mano sanchet, so that is mano sankhara, vachi sankhara, and this kaya sankhara. Okay. And this sankhara is coming based upon the rupa. Rupa sanchetana. Shabda sanchetana. So these are the two sanchetanas. And when we touch our hand, there is sparsha. So there is a sparsha sanchetana. So out of 6, 3 are there, and we start thinking, vitakka and vichara. So that the Dhamma is also there. So in a flash of a second, we have Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, and the Vijnana makes whatever the feeling, the Vedayati or Vedati, to have Vijanati. So I feel I am talking to Kalpana and Suyog and Preeti and Swati. So the consciousness makes that experience possible, like a magician. And that is the reason in the Pena Pindupama Sutta, Buddha says that consciousness is a magician. Maya upamancha vinyanam desita dipta bandhuna. That means this consciousness, which is called Vijnana, from Chitta it has become Vijnana. That Vijnana will make this experience possible. What experience possible? That I am indeed talking to Kalpana. And when I talk to Kalpana, 3 things are going to happen out of the 3 sankharas. 1, I will like Kalpana. 1, I don't like Kalpana, or I can be neutral with Kalpana. This is the problem. So when I don't like her way of speaking, then there is dvesha. When I like what she is speaking, there is raga. And believing that there is kalpana is moha. And that is how it is called as upadana khanda, because we are holding on to it that there is somebody called kalpana. And I will never find kalpana at all. Till I die, I will never find her. I will never find Suyog. I will never find Swati. I will never find Preeti. I will never find myself also. Vilas also is not found. We just named. It's like naming the computer as HP. Neither the computer exists nor HP exists. But I will say that I have a computer. And everybody knows, computer. Yes, I know, computer. It's like saying this chair is called as whatever chair, name of this chair. Okay, so this is what I keep on doing, or I, in the sense, this is what is called Nama and Rupa. So we create a Nama, name, based upon the Rupa, the form. And we create a form based upon the name. So now Suyog becomes a Nama and we have a Rupa. So whenever I see Suyog body, face, with shaved or without shaved, immediately the mind says that what you are seeing is Suyog. So then I am confused, because the feeling is confusion. The Rupa, Vedana is confusion. So the consciousness is also confused. So what I am going to ask Suyog is, oh, you have not shaved. So and then he says, Bhante, do I look different? And I say, yeah, you look different today because you have not shaved. It is fabricated. That is what is all about. It's completely fabricated. What is Suyog, what is Vilas, what is Swati and Kalpana and Preeti and Tejasvi and like that, everyone is just 5 elements. There is no Suyog, there is no Vilas, but that we don't see. So Buddha says this one you should have parinyata. And one who gets parinyata will eventually know parinya. Ragakhayo, dosakhayo, mohakhayo, nibbana. So if you get into that, immediately you will get to know the nama gotta, nama and gotta. Ime nama, ime gotta. That is the name and the clan of your all the past lives. I was this in this life, now I am this in this life, and previous life and that previous life. This will come from anagami stages. It starts developing, and arhat stage, arhat phala samapatti, it should come. So if I were to practice what I am practicing today, I should be able to get that very soon. Then I get abhinya, parinya, pahan is to eliminate all the bad things. So for these 3 things we have to refer back to Dasuttara Sutta. Okay, without Dasuttara Sutta this cannot be understood. What should be developed? That is not there, because that is part of Panya. What should be seen as it is abhinya. So first you have to develop abhinya, parinya and pahan. So if we were to go back to that sutta, 1 minute, let me open that. So first thing on abhinya, what are we seeing? What do you think we are seeing every day in everyone? What do we see? In everyone, what is common?
Five elements.
No, you can't see 5 elements. This is something where you can't see. But something you can see with everyone.
Rupa.
No, not the Rupa. What's that?
Skin.
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 No, not the skin. What is common with everyone from morning till night?
Consciousness.
Breathing, do you really feel?
The taste goes up and down.
No, that is correct, but do you really feel?
The consciousness.
No, not the consciousness. Not the breath also. Activities? No. Okay. Fine, no problem. The first abhinya, to be seen for oneself. If you are on the right path, what you can see? Everything comes due to ahara, food. Sabbe satta aharatika. From plant to animal to human to devas to Brahma, all rely on food. The solid food, okay, olarika, is with the plant, animal, humans and some devas. Sukuma is all devas and Brahma. Sukma is in Sanskrit called Sukshma, or very subtle. So if we are reborn in Brahma Loka or Deva Loka, what is going to happen is that you will have Amrita at the time of entry, and that's it. No longer you are going to eat anything. If you don't eat anything, then there is no excretion. So you will not have any excretory organs at all. And it doesn't decay. Because the food is the one which decays. So your body decays due to food. If food itself is not there, then there is nothing to decay. So the youth remains as youth forever, and that's the reason we love being youth. We don't want to be old age. The body doesn't have to be in old age because it looks ugly. So what do? We put a perfume, we color the hair, and I don't have hairs on my head, I'll put a wig, or I will have a, let's say I can go for hair weaving and then make it look black. Then I have mustache, so if white hairs are coming, I can change it. Or I can do a clean shave of mustache also, so that nobody can recognize that the beard is coming white. Whereas in the Deva, they don't have to have that. They will never grow old, whether it's a female or a male. 1. 2, there is no genital organs also, because they don't have to reproduce. They have all sensuality, but there is no sexuality. So there is no sexual feeling, there is only sensual feeling. So they enjoy the senses. This is the second difference. Whereas in the human world, you have genitals because you need to procreate. But in the procreation of an animal and the procreation of a human being, the human being enjoys the procreation, whereas the animals don't have enjoyment of procreation, they just procreate. They don't know what they are doing. There's no conscious experience of the intercourse. So the highest enjoyment in a human world is sexual enjoyment, whereas the highest enjoyment in the animal world is food. In humans, food is not the primary, sexual enjoyment is the primary. So this is a difference. But for both, you require food. Whether it is animal or a plant or an human or a whatever. All sabbe satta, this includes even the Brahma and the Devas. Sabbe satta, aharathika. This is the abhinyeya. First one. So now we go to the second abhinyeya. So I don't think so you will be able to answer this. So there are two dhatus, sankata dhatu, asankata dhatu. This again has to be experienced. So when we say abhinyeya, it has to be seen for oneself that this is what it is. So what needs to be experienced here is sankata dhatu. Everything is conditioned. So a whole world is conditioned. So if this world is conditioned, there should be something which is unconditioned also. So there are two dhatus, sankhata dhatu and asankhata dhatu. There are two dhatus. This needs to be experienced. How do I experience it? Just watch. If you watch, the temperature of the body is conditioned. The speech is conditioned. The hearing is conditioned. The seeing is conditioned, the taste is conditioned, the touch is conditioned, everything is conditioned. The people views are conditioned. the growth is conditioned, the decay is conditioned, everything is conditioned. So everything follows paticca samutpada. Everything. But if something is also there, there should be something which is unconditioned also. So nibbana is unconditioned. The bondage is conditioned. Sankata, asankata. This we have to keep on reflecting. Breath is conditioned. Taste is conditioned. Sight is conditioned. Hearing is conditioned. Touch is conditioned. So all the 6 senses are conditioned. Thinking is also conditioned. It depends on the object. You start thinking on the object. If there is no object, there is nothing to think. So it's conditioned. Third one. There are 3 other dhatus. Kama dhatu, rupa dhatu, arupa dhatu. Kama dhatu is sensual existence. We go to a hotel, we eat, we go to a movie, we go here, we go there, we go to a park, we go to like Preeti ji and Kalpana ji are going to Bodh Gaya, which is again Kama dhatu. Because yam vedeti tam sanjanati, yam sanjanati tam vijanati. So it becomes Kama dhatu. Not that we should not go, not that they shouldn't go or we shouldn't go to Bodh Gaya. It's good to go, but what we need to know is it's a Kama dhatu. Rupa dhatu. First 3 jhanas are Rupa dhatu. Then the 4 arupa jhanas are Arupa dhatu. So people would love to be in a sensual realm. People love to be in a jhanic rupa realm. First 3 jhanas, especially first jhana. So vitakka vichara. Then 4 arupa jhanas. Infinite consciousness, infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neither perception nor non-perception. This is arupa dhatu. Then the 4th Dhamma in Abhinyaya, to experience, is Arya Satya, Dukkha Satya, Dukkha Samudaya Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Satya, Dukkha Nirodha Gamini Patipada Satya. Then the 5th Abhinyaya. This is beautiful one. This I think Kalpana ji is going to like it. Or maybe all of you are going to like it. So this is what happens. First one, there are 5. The first one is you go to a guru, a teacher, and the teacher explains you the Dhamma, and you feel really light after hearing to Dhamma, and you feel very happy. And because of that, your body becomes light due to 3 reasons. First reason, you understand the meaning. Then you understand the Dhamma. And then you feel very glad. And because of that, because of knowing this, piti, that is joy, comes. Because of joy, because of that initial understanding, joy arises. Because of joy, body becomes extremely light. Then because of the body becoming light, lot of sukha is experienced, and the chittas which were going towards the sensual will stop. So you have stopped the flow of the chitta. Now in these days, these many, I think we started meeting from May till date. So you can share, what do you think? Aren't you feeling like that? Or are you not feeling like that?
Yes, sir. Feeling light and sukha.
Yeah. So this is the first one. Then the second one is that there is no guru, teacher, but then he himself reads, or she herself reads, and the same thing happens. She understands the meaning, she understands the Dhamma, then she feels joy. Because of the joy, the body becomes light. Because of the body becoming light, sukha is experienced, and because of the sukha is experienced, the chittam gets into chittas, it becomes into samadhi. What kind of samadhi? It is established in Dhamma, Dhamma Vishaya. So this is the second one. Now comes the third one. There is no teacher and he is not studied it himself, but he hears from somebody and he recites it, and he has the same feeling. Fourth one, there is no teacher, he doesn't get time to read, he is not meeting anyone who can talk to him, but still something gets into his ear and he starts reciting it. He doesn't know the meaning, but still he will feel. Then the fifth one, he doesn't have any one of these four, but then he gets into some samadhi. At that time, the information starts to come. So from his purva sankhara, or in Sanskrit purva samskara, or pubbe sankhara in Pali, past impressions of the past lives or something, he gets that information and he gets the same experience. So one with guru, two no guru but he himself does it, three no guru nor himself but he just recites, fourth he doesn't even recite but somehow hears, fifth none of the four but he knows how to get into samadhi. And because he is able to get into samadhi, he is able to understand and have the same experience. So this is the fifth abhinya experience. Okay, then we come to the sixth one. Now, this is difficult, but it has to be really experienced. 6 ayatana, chakkayatana, sotayatana, ghanayatana, jivhayatana, kayayatana, manoayatana. This have to be experienced. Now the question comes, what is ayatana? I know chakku, sota, ghana, jivha, kaya, mano. But what is the meaning of ayatana? So there is a definition for that, but it's a very nice definition, but there is nothing I can do about English, but I'll try my best to explain that in English. So it is ayassava tananato ayatasava samsara dukkhasa nayanato ayatanani. This is the definition of ayatana. I'll again repeat what I said slowly. I will tell you. Ayassa va tananato va ayatassa va samsara dukkhassa nayanato ayatanani. So what it means here is that aya, in almost all Indian languages, it is profit, very useful. Tanana means to expand. You expand something for enjoyment. And ayatana is extended, increasing it. Ayata is to extend or make it long. And nayana is viewing. So what it really means is that viewing the six senses to be expandable, can be retained for a very long time, and it is profitable. This is called as ayatana. Cha ajjatikani ayatanani. 6 internal ayatana. So that means viewing these 6 senses to be expandable for enjoyment, extendable for a long time, because it is very profitable. And that's what we do. Then the 7th parinyaya. I spoke about parinyaya. I should have spoken about abhinyaya. If we look at the 6th, the abhinyaya, the experiencing is dasana anuttariyanam. That means anuttara. Anuttara means surpassed. Dasana. So you should see it for yourself. Savana, meaning understanding the teaching. Labha is profit. Sikha, learning. Paricharya is service. Anusati, like Buddha Anusati, Dhamma Anusati, Sangha Anusati, like that. So these are the 6 Anuttariyani. So this can be seen for oneself. Dasana, as in what these 5 khandhas are. Savana is to understand the Dhamma. Labha is the profit. When we understand the Dhamma, Sikha is to keep on learning, Paricharya is to perform services in Dhamma, and Anusata is to have a clear understanding of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Then the 7th one is Satta Nidasavatuni, which means graduation. So first thing is keen enthusiasm to undertake the learning, Sikha Samadhane, and keeping that energy very high. Keep enthusiasm to understand the Dhamma, then keen enthusiasm to remove the desires, keen enthusiasm to get connected for tapas or austerity, keen enthusiasm to put in effort required for liberation, keen enthusiasm to establish sati, remembrance, and alertness, keen enthusiasm to grasp the teaching in theoretical, meaning theoretically understanding the Dhamma. So when we do this much, we get 8, 9, 10. Eighth one is an experience of internally we are able to see the whole Rupa. Externally we are able to make that Rupa, we are able to see the Rupa which is Suvanna. Suvanna means good looking. Parittani means limited. Here Appamanani. The second one he is going to do is to have a limitless, good looking Rupa. This one, that is, I'll skip this 8, 9 and 10 because this is something what one has to practice. So we can only do up till 7 with the ability of what we have today of Abhinyaya. Okay, and I think we have already looked into on the Parinyayo and we have not looked at Pahatabbo. So we'll come to the Pahatabbo. The first Pahatabba, that means to be eliminated, is Asmimana. That is myself as a vanity, that I am and I am doing this, I am doing that. Then Dve Dhamma is Avidya and Bhavatanha, that is to become something, and ignorance. Tayo Dhamma is that coming out of Kamatanha, Bhavatanha and Vibhavatanha. Chattaro Dhamma is Kama Ogha, Bhava Ogha, Ditti Yoga, Avidya Ogha. So there is a Ogha Sutta. Ogha means floods. So Kama is a flood, Bhava is a flood, Ditti is a flood and Avidya is a flood. So coming out of that. Then we have 5 Nivarana which we already spoken about. Kama Chanda, Vyapada, Thinnamida, Udacha, Kukucha, Visikicha. Then the 6th one is Tanha Khaya, Rupa Tanha, Saddak Tanha, Gandha Tanha, Rasa Tanha, Pottabba Tanha and Dhamma Tanha. That is craving for sight, sound, taste, touch, smell and thoughts. And the 7th one is Anushaya, that is hidden impressions or hidden defilements. It is Kama, Patigha, Ditti, Visikicha, Mana, Bhava, Avidya. These are the 7. Then 8 Michya Atta, Michya Ditti, Michya Sankappo, Michya Vacha, Michya Kammanto, Michya Ajivo, Michya Vayamo, Michya Sati, Michya Samadhi. And there is 9th Tanha Mulika, that is rooted in Tanha, which is craving. So this is there in Mahāvedallasutta. There are 9 of them. This we can go and discuss some other time, maybe tomorrow or whenever we meet. And the 10th one is the same of 8, but now it is 10, wherein Michya Jnanam and Michya Vimukti. So these are the Pahana. So what we need to practice for ourselves is Parinyayo from Eko Dhammo to 10 of them, Pahatabbo from 1 to 10, Abhinyayo from 1 to 10. If we can do that, on a daily basis, this would certainly help us to reach Anagami stage without any problem, and also helps us to move into the Arhat Phala Samapatti. Any questions, or is it too much? What do you think? Should we stop here or should we continue?
Sir, continue.
Okay. Everybody else okay?
Okay.
Okay. So then, yeah, sure. So now the question comes, how many conditions are there for arising of the right view? Samma Ditti. How does the Samma Ditti come to be, and what are the conditions suitable for the Samma Ditti? So he says two conditions. First one is Parato cha ghoso, that is declared by someone like a Kalyana Mitra. Parato ghoso, words of another, and Yoniso Manasikara. These are the two things. These are the two conditions which are required for arising right view. So then the question comes, when this right view is supported by how many factors does it have to have a freedom from the heart, or freedom of the heart, to feel the freedom of felt in the heart, and freedom by wisdom as its fruit and benefit? So he says, if I were to read it in Pali, Katihi Panavuso Angehi Anuggahita Sammadhitti Cheto Vimukti Phala Chahoti Cheto Vimukti Phala Nisamsa Cha Panya Vimukti Phala Chahoti Panya Vimukti Phala Nisamsa Cha Iti. So how these factor, and what would be these factors, are required to get a Cheto Vimukti Phala, the fruit of liberation? In that, I would like to know the Cheto Vimukti Phala Nisamsa. Nisamsa is the feeling in the heart that you are getting liberated. And Panya Vimukti Phala. So that wisdom which arises that and says that you are getting released. So how does this work? How many factors support it? So Sariputta says that it is supported by 5 factors. Then you will have freedom felt in the heart, and freedom by wisdom as its fruit and benefit. So then he says, what are these 5? So the Samadhitti has to be based upon Sila Anuggahita. Anugraha in Sanskrit, Anugaha is in Pali. Okay. One meaning of anugraha is blessed. Another one which comes very near to it is obliged or favor. So when it is favored by sila, morality, sutannugahita, when it is understood by learning, sutta, third one is called sakacha, discussions. Then fourth one is samatha, can be called as tranquility, serenity, calmness, that is samatha. And finally vipassana, to penetrate into the reality. So it should be blessed or to be obligated or should be favored by these five, that is sila, morality, sutta, learning, sakacha, discussion, samatha, tranquility or serenity or calmness, and vipassana is to penetratingly understand the Dhamma. So when something is supported or favored like this, one can experience freedom of the heart and freedom by wisdom as its fruits and benefit. Then the next question he asks is, how many states of existences are there? Kati panauso bhava iti. So he says there are three: kama bhavo, rupa bhavo, arupo, arupa bhavo iti. So existence in kama, sensual realm of existence. Rupa bhavo is rupa realm of existence, which are the three jhanas. And arupa bhava is four non-rupa, formless realm of existence. Then he asks a very deep question. Mahākottiko asks a very deep question. How does this rebirth happen? Punabhava, to become again. So now we need to understand how this rebirth works. First and foremost, I consider myself to be this name and I create a form. So example is that I have created a name called Vilas in the mind, and then I start feeling I'm Vilas. So there is a form which gets created based upon the look when I stand in front of the mirror. I don't see myself as the five elements. Instead, I see this as Vilas. And not only that, I feel that I am a husband, I am a citizen, I stay in the so and so state, and I say stay in India, or I go to this office and that office to work, and I have a family, I have a wife, I have a kid or son and daughter and all that, I have a brother, sister, uncle, aunt. All that is called as punarbhava. Punarbhava in Sanskrit, punabhava in Pali, re-becoming. Okay. So this happens because of tanha. And there is samyojana. So samyojana is fetter. So when we look at the samyojana, that becomes an obstacle. So there are 10 fetters, 5 in lower and 5 in higher. And tanha catches that, all the fetters. And along with that, there is avidya, ignorance of the 5 elements and the 4 noble truths, and nibbana, 5 hindrances. So he says that because the sentient beings, hindered by ignorance and fettered by craving, taking pleasures in various different realms. So if I want to be a husband all the time, if I want to be a brother all the time, a sister all the time, or want to be a scientist all the time, or want to be a doctor all the time, or something like that, or in this life I was not a doctor, in the next life I want to be a doctor, or in this life I could not do a lot of I like music but I was not able to sing. I love karaoke and I sing a lot. Now when I start singing, I want people to appreciate me, but my voice is not that good, so I'm not getting good offers. Next life, I want a very good benefit. So the sentient beings end up having such wishes. So it creates a fuel for the next existence. Just like I feel I am a husband, I start to feel that I am a singer. Then I start to feel that I am a guitarist. Then I feel I am a flutist. Like that. It's all avidya, but that's what causes rebirth. So that's how rebirth comes into existence in the future. Because of nibbana, avidya, and tanha as a samyojana, fettered, and tatra abhinandana, that is, I keep on relishing or taking pleasures, wanting to enjoy in various forms because of the feeling. I want to feel I am the doctor or the engineer or the scientist or this or that very deeply. So yam vedeti tam sanjanati, yam sanjanati tam vijanati. This is what that consciousness ultimately makes way for rebirth. Then he asks a question: how does the rebirth not happen in the future? Then he says, when the ignorance is replaced by knowledge and viraga happens, the person gets into renunciation because he understands the reality. Because of that, the tanha, craving, becomes nirodha, doesn't arise again. And that's how there is no rebirth in the future. So let us end for today, because then the next one is very difficult. It starts with jhanas. So we can do it along with a jhana, and then we can compare that jhana with this one. So what we can do is we can meet up day after tomorrow, Tuesday, and then we can do the jhana. And then once we understand the jhana, so I will explain to you while in jhana, and then we can do it for an hour, and in that way we can see what really we are experiencing. Would that be fine?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we can do it along with the jhana itself. So what I will do is I'll start explaining what should happen to you, and you can try it out. And Kalpana ji, if Tejasvi, we can do it tomorrow also. Anyway, I was supposed to teach her meditation, so we all can do together on each of the jhana. Okay, so she can join along with you itself. So tomorrow we can do this jhana for 1 hour from 8:30 to 9:30, and I'll keep on saying what happens after this and what happens after this and what happens after this, so you can see for yourself whether you are experiencing that or not. Okay, so you have any questions for so far what we discussed? All okay, or is too much?
Okay, for now.
Okay, for now means it is flown away.
No, it's not. It's been something gone inside, but it will need.
Okay, no problem.
I need to hear one more time. It is recorded. Now I will hear one more time.
Yeah, you go ahead and listen it another time. So what about the others?
Pali words are making some problem to remember.
No, you don't have to remember. See, the thing why I tell in Pali and also in...
Abhigya,
Okay, so let me explain to you in a very simple way. Abhinya, abhinya. Abhi means high. Anya means what you could see than what is being seen. Abhi anya. Anya means different. Something different than what you normally see is abhinya. There's two compound words. Abhi, anya is abhinya. Anya is different. You have in Hindi also it is there, anya. I think in Marathi also it will be there. Sanskrit. Okay. Now this is okay, abhinya. Okay. Parinya. Pari means what? Par means covered. What is covered? You are uncovering it. This mobile is covered by something. So what I am going to do is I'll remove the cover. It was hidden. Now I am opening it. That is called as parinya. So vijnana has to be understood means what? It has to be removed from, unlocked from locked. Okay, it's called removing. So that you are removing the packet and say, oh my goodness, this is what it was. Oh, I didn't know that. That is called parinya. So if we go back to that parinya, the first 5 parinya, if we were just 5 of them. So the first parinya, simple, is when I see you, am I not looking at you as Swati? Or am I really knowing that you are not Swati? So the hidden is what? What is hidden? Hidden is 5 elements and consciousness. I don't see you as 5 element. I don't see you as consciousness also. Meaning, I don't see it as a vinyana. So, thus, contact starts with asava, defilements. So what happens is, immediately when I see you, Swati, I get 3 things. Either I start liking you. I say you are a very good person, oh, so nice, and this and that. Or I will feel that you are not a nice person. Or the third one is delusion. Delusion that you are Swati. And if it's the delusion increases, I want to possess you. So let's say you have some knowledge. I want you to give me that knowledge. You have some cash. I want you to give me cash. I want you to gift me something. I want you to be there. Or all of you, I can do the same thing. This is covered. Parda. Dimag ka parda. Removing that is parinya, anya. Again, anya. Pari, anya. Covered, anya. That is uncovering it. Removing it. Clear? So, abhinya clear, parinya clear. Difference between abhinya and parinya. Abhi, anya. That is, you are able to see that, oh, everybody feels hungry. That you can see, right? And that's the reason sabbe satta aharatika, because everybody feels hungry. This one is not that easy. It is covered. You have to put effort here to uncover it. Whereas in the abhinya, at least you can see. See, if I feel hungry, I am going to go to my wife and say I am hungry. Parinya is, I am not talking about hunger. I don't even know that she is my wife. That is parinya. If I feel she is my wife, over. What happens? Avidya pachaya sankhara. Sankhara pachaya vinyana. That cycle starts. That's the reason pari, anya, parinya. Abhi, anya, abhinya. So knowledge of Pali internally is very much important. If you just read, you will not, you'll feel nothing about it. I mean, you'll read like Gatha is there. You keep on reading and reading and reading and reading. It's fine. It's good. Not to complain. But you will not get that, wow, now I understand. So, abhi plus anya, abhinya, pari plus anya, parinya. Then, paha, tabba. Tabba, anywhere you put tabba means forcing. Paha is from root word pahi, is to remove. You have to put a force to remove something. It's a nut which will not crack. You have to hit it. Very strong nut. So it is pahatabba. Why? Asmimana. I am. See, now you see this fun. I know Dhamma. Don't I feel Asmimana? I know it. See, I know Pali. Don't you? Okay, what do you feel? Do I have Asmimana or I don't have Asmimana? Asmimana means ego. So looking at my face, what do you think?
No Asmimana.
No Asmimana. Okay, good. But whatever it is, you should be able to see it. If you see I have Asmimana, it means very hard nut. I have to crack it. I have to put a very strong force and hit it. Avidya is like that. It doesn't show you vidya. I might every day read like a gatha, and I will do puja, I will do all that. I will do paritta. Of no use.
No meaning.
No meaning because it is a hard nut. You have that badam, right? And completely covered. So you have to hit a force and then it breaks, and then you have that. You can eat. So what he says, Asmimana Bhavatanha, I want to become. That is so strong, it will not leave you. Whatever you have not enjoyed in this life, you want to enjoy the next life. Forget the next life. At least tomorrow you want to enjoy, yes or no? See, if the lockdown ends and I want to go to Marine Drive or Juhu Beach or somewhere, I want to eat that sev puri. Or at least I need to go to Dadar and have that batata vada and all that, or whatever. Something I want to eat, right? So there is the taste. See, now when I say I want to eat, what happens? The mouth starts watering. Yes or no? Okay, by the way, my sister is calling us to Nagpur in November. If there are no cases and my son's exam gets over, so we might come to Nagpur.
Welcome.
Okay, and then we can meet. And we can call Swati also to Nagpur. Okay, so we'll see. So now, what will I do in Nagpur? Question. Half of the time I'll be traveling, other half of the time I'll be eating. And Nagpur has many, so my brother-in-law was saying to me when we visited their home that Haldiram's, he gave a list of things to eat in Nagpur, and he's going to buy. Yes, and he said that he's going to buy all of that for us when we come there. And he wants us to take us to MP and show the forest and this and that. So then we can go to Jabalpur and this, a lot of places, lot of fun. Why? Because Bhavatanaha. Now I am becoming, I want to be in Nagpur, right? So yes. So I'm not planning anything. I'm not feeling, wow, let me eat in Haldiram, so nice, it will be so good. So she, that is my sister and my brother-in-law, they have planned a lot of things for us. They want us to stay for a week, and the whole week they want to take us somewhere. So I told them that, look, I have these students who are there in Nagpur and they will take me. They said, no, we'll drop wherever they want. You can go and come. I said, okay. Okay, so whatever it is. So what we will be doing at the maximum time, we will be eating and drinking. That is abhinya. If you know that we are going to eat all the time, abhinya, abhi-anya. But that is not seen every time. You might think, but if you come to know that you are eating, it will stop. You will not be able to eat. If you don't know you're eating, you will keep on eating. Like Suyog and I were watching a video where they cut open the body and there's a full of yellow color, that is the fat. So right from top till down, that woman, when they cut the breast, they open it up and all that places, and that it is full of fat. It's male also same, so male breast, female breast, no problem. So now this is fat. Abhinya is knowing this fat. Whatever you eat turns into fat. Good. That is abhinya. Parinya, uncovering everything and seeing the deeper who is this person. There is no person. That is parinya. So the difference between abhinya and parinya. Abhinya, you cut open the body, you see the fat and you feel, oh my goodness, oh shit, it's so horrible. But forget cutting the body. Even when we take bath, we smell. So we have to take soap. Abhinya. After 3 hours, 4 hours, hunger. Abhinya. You go to toilet. You come out. Next person goes. Is he happy or she happy to go to the toilet immediately? No. They would wait. Why? They can't tolerate the smell. Abhinya. So what we have done, we have made multiple toilets. 3-bedroom home, 3 toilets. 2-bedroom home, 2 toilets. 1-bedroom home, 1 toilet. Anyway, nothing can be done. So we put spray to keep that environment better way. That is kamatanha. Okay, and I put perfume to my body. Kamatana. Not that you should not. Knowing why you're doing is abhinya. Not knowing why you're doing it is tanha, kamatanha. So he says avidya and bhavatana. So this is what the paha tabba is. Paha, pahi, cut it. You have to cut avidya and the bhava at the root. And the other one what we looked into is bhave tabba. Bhava is coming from the bhavana, which is samadhi. Bhave tabba. Tabba again. Put a forcefully. Sit in meditation. You have to develop it. So he says, panya has to be developed and vijnana has to be understood. Because it is covered. Vijnana is covered. It doesn't show up easily. If you say vijnana, 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 and we say chakuncha paticha rupe ubachadi chakku vijnana, but only recitation, just like what Preeti ji was informing yesterday. She's correct that first vijnana comes. She's correct. Theoretically correct. Practically wrong. Why theoretically correct, practically wrong? Theoretically speaking, if you talk from 5 senses or 6 senses, vijnana. When you talk from you, me, myself, it is the Vedan. That's experience. So one is parinya, experiencing. Experiencing for knowing fully how it works. So these are the 3 things, 4 things. Bhava, bhavetappa, parinya, abhinya, pahatabba. 4 things. Then there are many other things, so at least you need to know these 4 correctly. Bhavetabba, to develop. Tabba, hitting it. Bhava, developing it. So you have to put force to develop something which is not there with you, with us, 5 of us. So we have to develop. First one. Abhinya, abhi-anya, see it in a different way. I am seeing myself as Vilas. No sir, see it in a different way. Are you Vilas? No, kept by parents. Okay. Now I was not even wearing anything and now I don't have a hair. Isn't it something strange? Yes, I'm growing old. Now you are able to see. Parinya, sorry, abhinya, abhi-anya. Then parinya, uncover it. Pahatappa, cut it. 4 things. What else? Good question. It's all about these 4. Anything on what should be done? What we discussed? All okay? Okay means sab ud gaya. Okay. सब समझ में आ गया. Okay. Very good. That's okay. See, you should get it theoretically, that is fine, and then you can practice in a daily basis. When we are looking at something, we have to look at what are we really doing. What is that am I doing? We have to see differently. See, simple. Abhinya, anya, abhinya. So now, sankata, condition. Isn't it everything conditioned in life? That's we have to see. See in different way. Weather is conditioned, life is conditioned, education is conditioned, corona is conditioned, everything is conditioned. Getting up is conditioned. Nibbana, why it is unconditioned? It's not like that. Since everything is conditioned, there should be something which is unconditioned also. That is how we have to see. We don't know what is Nibbana. Okay, so what Buddha did is, see the Vedanta and Buddha. Vedanta talks from Sat, exist. Buddha felt that that is theoretical, that is not experienceable. So it cannot be experienced by everyone. Only few people can experience, and that causes problem. So he wanted this to be experienced by everyone. So what he did, he started with Asat, which is not true. That is better. Because then only you know there is something called truth. If you start from truth, you will search for not truth. There's no point, right? There's no point in finding out which is not true, because it's already true. If I say sun rises, it's already true. So there is nothing to learn. You just have to learn sun rises in the east and sun sets in the west. Over. Buddha said sun rising is a condition. If the condition is not met, then the sun will rise. It's strange. But that's how it is. How do we know? Sun rises not at the same time. Every day there is a different time. That means earth is rotating, sun is rotating, moon is rotating, all the planets are rotating. It is rotating as per whatever they have to rotate. It's not I am rotating it. So anatta. So he brought the perfect meaning for anatta, that you are not doing anything about it. Either you think or you don't think. That sun will turn the way it wants to turn, the earth will turn the way it wants to turn. So atta, I am doing it, is not there. Sorry, wrong number. Okay, so he started with asat. That's the best way to do, because now everybody can understand. Sat only few people can understand. Asat everybody can understand. It becomes very simple. So that sankata, condition, everything is conditioned. There's nothing in this world which is unconditioned. You can't say, this one thing I remember is unconditioned. No. Hunger is conditioned. Thirst is conditioned. Wearing the dress is conditioned. Creating a dress is conditioned. So everything is conditioned. House is a condition. Weather is a condition. Everything is conditioned. Career is a condition. Studies is a condition. So being born itself is a condition. Yeah.
But what do you say? Everything is conditioned. hunger is conditioned and food is conditioned. What actually you want to say?
It has certain condition to be met. If the condition is not met, you will not feel hungry.
Oh.
See, for me to feel... See, if my stomach is upset, I will not become hungry, right? That means that condition is gone. Yes, you don't require to eat food, but it's again a condition. If that condition moves away, again you come back to human world. Only that one you don't have to do. But after exhaustion, you again come back. So it's because of the condition. So Brahma has happened because of conditioned. Deva is there due to condition. Animal is there due to condition. Fish is there due to condition. The rivers are there due to condition. The oceans are there due to condition. Earth itself is there due to condition. Moon is there due to condition. That means everything is there due to condition. If the gravity, what is holding it? Gravitation. It's a condition. You remove gravitation, where is Earth? It just splits itself.
Dependently origination.
Because of the condition, it is dependently originated. So first is Sankata, then Paticca Samutpanna. Paticca Sama Utpanna. It gets arisen because of condition. Sunrise happened due to the condition of Earth rotating towards the sun. So whichever side it is turning towards, that side which is coming towards, the light is coming toward that side of the earth, we call it as a day. And that side So if you say I'm in night, it's a condition. You remove that, it becomes day again. Now, when will I remove? You can't remove. You wait for 12 hours. You will see the day. No, I want to see it now. Sorry, sir. Condition is not met. Corona. Is it asankata or sankata? It is condition. Virus infection is a condition. If anybody can get a virus, the people can name whatever they want. They can call it Corona, Rexona, this Sona, that Sona, whatever it is. That has got nothing to do with the virus. It's just a name. But getting fever is a condition. Not getting fever is again a condition. If you don't have fever, or if all of us don't have any fever right now, it means it doesn't meet that condition. If we get fever, it did not meet that condition. So this is what is the meaning of condition, sankata. So if something is sankata, abhinya, see differently. There should be something which is asankata also. If
Only one thing is asankata.
that is fine. There's only one thing which is asankata. We have been studying it. You leave the studies aside. If there is something is sankata, there should be something. Yes. If something is covered, there should be something which is uncovered also, right? That is how you have to see. See, now we have studied so much. We know nibbana is there. Okay, nibbana. That is not going to give you nibbana.
So we have to cut down also that particular opinion for him.
Yes.
And one more
Bhavitabba. So you have to develop something. Cut this. Bhavitabba, pahatabba. You cut something and develop something else in its place. Then it works. Because you are changing the condition. When you change the condition, what happens? It becomes unconditioned. It doesn't become anything. This changing of condition will not give you that. It is always there. Now you are removing the condition. So you are in nibbana. You are not going to become nibbana. No becoming nibbana. You go away and nibbana is there.
Yes, yes.
If I exist, no nibbana, because condition. I am existing, right? It's a condition. So I die, nibbana comes.
Conditions are removed in minds, then all just automatically condition.
That means if ahankar dies.
Yes, ahankar dies. Ahankar dies. So, Preeti, mind also will die. Mind dies completely. That goes away. That's a Maya. And that is gone. What is shown to you? Nibbana.
Yes, unconditional.
Yes. So, Hindu religion starts with Sat, which is right. Nothing wrong. Buddha starts from Asat. Both are correct. In here, you already in Sat, very difficult to experience Asat. Here, everything is Asat. Remove Asat, you are in Sat. So, if Asat is there, Sat should be there. So, that is the reason it is Asankata and Sankata. Asat is Sankata, condition. Anything you put a condition. See, marriage is a condition between a husband and wife. Simple. Children, condition. Children did not come from space. You should create a condition. Necessary condition should be met for the child to be delivered. And the life of that child is also conditioned. You can't say that, oh, my son is going to live for 100 years. He might live for 1 year, he might not even live for 1 year. She or she might live for 100 years also. Or she might live even more than 100 years also. As long as the condition is matching, that being will exist. Now the question comes. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you give some example, like practical example of Mahāvedallasutta? Is how we should react to the things of our daily life.
Bhave tabba. Very simple. Watch your breath. In anything you do, that is bhave tabba. You are developing it. Your mind is breath. So when you are disturbed, your breath is disturbed. That is what is bhava. Bhave tabba. So kayagata sati is the one thing what Buddha says that you need to develop. So breath. Not the one what you sit in that vipassana. No. Just watch the breath when mind is disturbed. So the heart region will start when something fearful happens, when something exciting happens. Your heartbeat will increase. Then your breath also changes. It becomes heavy. You watch it. The moment you watch it, normal. Somebody calls, hey, you got a job. So Suyog says, wow, I got the job. Breath is changed. Or where you are doing, they say that from tomorrow you don't have to come. Now what happens, Suyog? Your breathing will change. So all the five of us have to keep on watching the breath. That is bhave tabba. Why it is required is because we don't know we are breathing. Simple. Do we really know we are breathing? No. We imagine that we are breathing, but really we don't know we are breathing. Here you are watching the breath. In every situation, when I am going to go and talk to my wife, I am watching my breath. Am I going and watching the breath? Yes, that means bhavetapa. Not watching, no bhavana. Okay.
It's a mindfulness or awareness.
That is awareness.
Like that?
So, yeah, it is awareness. So that is called bhavetapa. And what else you ask me? Pahatapa.
Right now.
Cutting out. Cutting out of what? Let's look at what you want to cut. Kamatanaha. Taste. Keep one. And you can see. Ah, so nice. That is called Kamatanaha. Kamatanaha. So you need to cut that. You need to cut it. Some people have wearing clothes, they keep on buying. Or some people have this mindset to go and watch movies. Online also is okay. So they buy this Amazon Prime and they Netflix, this flicks, that flicks. Keep on watching. Okay. Some people have habit of hearing music. Hindustani classical, then this classical, that classical, Marathi music, this music, that music, different kind of tunes. Addiction. Sound is a sound. No, no, no. What are you talking, sir? Sound is no sound. This is music. Okay. Some people have a habit of touching everything. So in anybody's home, they keep on touching. Okay. And they keep themselves on touching. They'll say that, you see how soft is my skin. Today I put this and you see how soft, chubby it is. So they keep on touching themselves. Also, they will ask that other person to touch and see. Do you see how soft it is? This is what the Kama Tanaha is. Bhavatanaha. I want to become something. That is Bhavatanaha. Daily basis, we want to become something. If you really see, we are in search of becoming something, then what we are already. I want to become a good painter. I want to become a good artist. I want to become a good chef. I want to cook good food. I want to be this. I want to be that. I want to keep on. I want. That is called Bhavatanaha. Vibhavatanaha. I don't want that to happen. So this is Pahatapa. So I gave you both two examples. One is breath, bhava. Another one is tanha. And I'm telling you, all the five of us have tanha. In some degree or the other. If I didn't have tanha, by now I would have been arhat. Simple. Very simple. If I say, look how spiritual I am, you should laugh, because without not having tanha, I wouldn't be sitting here. What tanha I have? I want the subscriptions of YouTube to increase 1 million.
You want to be a good teacher.
Ha.
You want to be well-known.
Yes, well known and lot of
Even
good.
I have got. So many tanha.
Yeah. You're breathing
Mine is not on criticized.
All the emotions have certain type of frequency.
What's that? Certain types of emotions?
Something about frequency.
Emotions have different types of frequencies.
Yes.
And due to that, means I think that due to that, this tanha have some type of frequency.
Whatever you want to call, whether it is frequency, no frequency, it doesn't matter.
That's why it comes into this Kamaloka.
Yes.
And the frequencies of those who go through Brahma and Devloka, those emotions or consciousness frequency is different. So So because of frequency, one goes to different realms. That's what I understand.
Yes, scientifically speaking, what you say is right. You leave the sign.
Specific type of frequency, you we take people.
Fine,
What happens?
fine. You leave that aside. You have to practically.
No. What I want to know is why Tanha is only responsible for
Then what else will be there for bhava?
why Log Moha and Vaishya is only responsible.
No.
Some type of that emotions,
Tanha.
some type of frequency that is responsible for becoming or
Preeti ji, thing is like this. Raga, Dvesha, Moha is part of Tanha only. Without Tanha, there is no Raga, Dvesha, Moha.
but why only Tanha is only responsible for
Tanha. You know what is Tanha in the first place?
Yes, no.
Tanha. It is no. Not the Hindi word of Tanha. No. Tanha. Ha in Pali means to cut. Okay. Tan. It removes what is real. Tanha is to cut. Reality cutting is called tanha. So you will start to see what you want to see. So when we in English they say craving,
It's a Trishna.
it is in Sanskrit called Trishna. Trishna, thirst. Okay, pyas. Why pyas? Why that thirst? Because there is unsatisfactoriness. So tanha, what you have to be satisfied, you will never be satisfied. So that unsatisfactory nature comes in three varieties.
My question is, if there is no Dhamma, if they are not taking rebirth anyway,
Correct.
what is why they are not taking some frequency that they have no vibrational thing to take birth anyway.
No.
And Dhamma is having something vibrational in the frequency to take.
No, that means you have not understood Vijnana at all. What an Arhat will do.
I am asking from yesterday.
No, wait. So the Vijnana Khanda becomes Vijnana. Then it starts going back. Without Jnana is Vijnana. It doesn't know the reality. The same Vijnana now knows the reality. So it starts going back. It goes to Manasan state. That is Chitta Mano Manasan. In that frequency is pure. No contamination. Hadayan. That is when it gets contaminated with I. That I is coming because of Tanha. Then it becomes Pandaram, which means it has already Raga, Dvesha, Moha. So this Tanha becomes stronger and stronger and stronger till Vijnana Khanda. So Chakku Vijnana means that Chakku already you are creating something about it. You are already created a different picture about it. You means I, you or anybody is created that. So why Arhat doesn't have Tanha Khaya? They've removed the Tanha means what? They have come from Vijnana Khanda to Manasan state, where they will identify this is a female. That's all. They don't go beyond that. So even if Swati were to introduce herself as I am Swati, he will also say I am so and so. That's all. He doesn't go by feature. Oh, she looks like this, she's fair, she's tall, she's fat, she's lean, she has hair, she doesn't have hair, blah blah blah. All that is because of tanha. So there is no Hadayam, Pandaram and all that what we spoke about. Clear? Now, why tanha? Why not call it as Raga, Dvesha, Moha? Tanha is the bigger one than the Raga, Dvesha, Moha because it has all the three. So, Buddha found out that how tanha comes, how craving comes. That craving coming, that will give rise to Raga, Dvesha, Moha. It is not that Raga, Dvesha, Moha will give rise to Tanha. No. Tanha give rise to Raga, Dvesha, Moha. So he has put Tanha rather than Raga, Dvesha, Moha. Same thing with Kama Tanha, Bhava Tanha, Vibhava Tanha. That again creates Raga, Dvesha, Moha. Okay. So Arhat doesn't have Tanha means what? There is no Raga, Dvesha, Moha.
Understood. But why different people go to different realms?
Why people go to different realms?
After that is there, what type of frequency or
No, wait.
So that is Arhat. They are not.
No. I think you're totally misunderstood. You forget the Arhat aside. You leave that Arhat. If you bring Arhat, you will not be able to grow. You have to leave Arhat for time being. Just like you have.
Don't think of that.
No. What I'm telling you is.
When I was studying about 31 planes of existence, then that question comes to me: why does people go to different planes?
They don't go. That is, you have the. See, the thing is, the Vinyan.
State of mind, what is different types of distinction? No.
No. No.
We having different types of frequency as in gamma waves of brain. We have higher frequencies, no. And that is the meditative mind.
This is from a mind which doesn't know anything. This gamma, alpha, beta, theta, puta, all that what is there, you leave it aside.
Planes of existence.
No, you leave whether 31 exists or 31 plane doesn't exist. You have to go to the root of it. Science, whatever we are calling, has still name and form. Have you seen a gamma frequency? No. Have you seen an alpha frequency? See, the thing is like this, Preeti ji. This is again Nama and Rupa. And alpha, beta, theta, gamma is a Greek word for alphabets. It's a Nama Rupa. There is no Rupa also. Can you show me alpha Rupa? So you leave it aside because that will cause you confusion. Yes, what is truth? Consciousness has frequency. That is truth.
So I want to confirm that.
Okay, fine. So, okay, good. Consciousness has frequency.
Due to those frequencies.
Exactly. So yes. So Buddha says, if you bring it to Chitta, you will not go anywhere. No birth.
Chitta is pure. No?
Chitta is pure. So Chitta becomes
consciousness.
correct. So Chitta will go to a stage of Manasan and stop. Clear? So when it becomes Manasam, that means I am going to recognize him as Suyog. Just like Buddha used to recognize Ananda as Ananda. Otherwise that Ananda also will not be there. He becomes like a dementia patient without that. Okay? He cannot recognize. If Suyog tomorrow comes and I am having dementia, I'll be looking like to him like this. And he says, Bhante or Vilas ji, I am Suyog.
And sometimes it happens in meditation, that person doesn't come back.
That is separate. That we will take it later. But in general, even Buddha or even an Arhat will be able to recognize till Manasam. He will say, you are Suyog. Beyond that, he will not go detailed, meaning Suyog is grown fat, thin, tall, hair's not there, whatever, or he has this interest, that interest, nothing like that. A normal person, including an Anagami, will go until Anagami will be near Hadayam. He will not go beyond that. Okay. Only at Arhat that Hadayam also goes away. A normal person is Vijnana. That is, from Chitta to Vijnana is a frequency. Depending upon the cleaning of that Chitta or of that Vijnana, how much clearer it is, that will take into a realm of existence at the time of death. It becomes a Gandhabba and it starts going wherever it should go. So he says, there are three places where a being can be born. One is the Kamaloka, then it is Rupaloka, Arupaloka. So what it means? Loka means 5 senses world is the Rupa. Is the Loka. If the senses are pure, it will go and establish there. If the senses are polluted, it will establish wherever it should establish. So if my senses are carnivorous, that consciousness takes the form of a carnivorous. If the consciousness is, the senses are herbivorous, it will take the form of a herbivorous animal. If the consciousness, the senses are of human in nature, mana ussa, that is mind elevated, it will become a manusa in Pali, manushya in Sanskrit. So if herbivorous, omnivorous. So then manushya is supposed to be an animal which doesn't kill. Panati pata veramani sikkapadam samadhiyami. But I am used to eating non-veg. So what will happen? The senses becomes more and more carnivorous. So the first thing what Buddha did is to stop going to carnivorous. If otherwise, I will go into apaya. So the non-veg eating, why Buddha said that you should not kill an animal and eat. You eat non-veg, no problem. It's just a food. But don't kill and eat. The moment you kill, dead animal you can eat. The moment you kill, you have got into carnivorous state. Because it doesn't know that it is eating. So from mana, which is elevated, you go down. What will happen today if I eat one chicken? What will happen? Nothing is going to happen. You eat as many chicken as you want, and whatever should become will become, because the tongue becomes carnivorous. It will not be satisfied with one animal. So today I want to eat goat, tomorrow I will eat this, day after tomorrow I'll eat that, and like that it keeps on. Or I keep on feeling that I'm a non-vegetarian person. I become a non-vegetarian. What it means? This teeth and everything is meant for not like animal. So I have to cook it well and eat, but it has poison. That poison goes into, that chitta goes into my body. So my being becomes that animal. So that's the reason Buddha said, Panati pata veramani sikkapadam samadhiyam. Pana pata. Pata means to cut.
You are saying that being an point of state, like you are cutting an human body and you are seeing the fat. So that is an opinion. Then what is parinaya in that?
Abhinya, no.
Uncovered consciousness.
No. The cutting of that abhinya is that you are able to understand the food, whatever is eaten, is turning into fat.
Yes.
Clear? Parinya, you are uncovering. That is the sensuality which was there gets uncovered now. Means I was feeling very happy of seeing the women's breast, as an example. Now when I see it on the table and cut it and then see that, oh, where is the breast now? So I feel disgusted.
It's like seeing the reality.
Seeing the reality. Parinya, see, always parinya is you are removing the cloth and seeing it. Basically you are seeing naked, totally naked. Naked in the sense not the naked human body, naked as in uncovered.
We can say intrinsic.
Yeah, you can see the internal of what really it is. That is called parinya. Fine. So we'll end today. Okay, Namo Buddhaya. So have a very good dinner and enjoy. And we will meet tomorrow at 8:30 and we will do the jhana along with this. Okay, thank you. Namo Buddhaya. Bye. Namo Buddhaya.